hey, today I'm going to observe your shift, right? I'm going to let you take full control. I'm going to be hands off. And then almost set the safety net with them, right?
Yeah.
Hey, when you look at me and you like nod your head or wink, blink twice if you're in danger, right? Like,
yeah. Good morning, sir.
Good morning to
Back
you.
in the studio again.
Yes. How are you doing today, Mr. Riley?
I'm doing great. I'm doing so great. We're doing just so much fun stuff in the development team, and I just thanks for the opportunity. It's so fun to help our team become better leaders.
Right? Awesome. Empowering and developing, man. Mm-hmm. Like it's just like this is just the most amazing organization to be a part of. And the more we talk, and it's funny because like the more you talk about like what you want to do, the more stuff just happens. Right? Like it's not just the charade of like, oh, we hope, right, that we're developing. We hope that we have better leaders. We hope that it's happening.
Yeah, there's some action behind that.
Yeah. I'm so proud of where this organization's at. I'm so proud. Like you should be so proud of yourself.
I am.
And what you've done. Yeah.
I'm this last 6 months, 7 months, last year really in total. Like I feel like I've done so much learning, so much growing individually, as a leader. Like it's phenomenal. Yeah. So fun.
Right. It's true. But yeah, you should definitely like our whole team should be proud of themselves. Yes. You're doing awesome.
Thank you.
Yeah.
You're doing awesome too.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah,
doing all the operation stuff, getting what do they call it? Boots in the ground.
Oh man, I have to get back into my routines a little bit too. So it's been exhilarating. It's been fun. But we have a lot of success within our teams and our new team members in their restaurants as well. So things couldn't be better. We're definitely above and beyond expectations. And it's been fun to be able to coach and be a part of those coaching successes. And I'm going to tell you, I haven't done much. As a coach, I haven't done much.
Okay. Tell me more.
Well, coaches coach, I guess. Coaches don't do, coaches coach. And it's funny because the more I've been able to not take over, the easier it becomes. But I think sometimes we just like to do for people.
We just like to fix.
Yeah.
Fix.
Yeah. So thank you for putting this episode together,
of course,
right? Because that's literally what we're talking about is coaching to develop your team rather than trying to do it for them. Because when you get busy, I don't mind putting food in a bag and taking the headset and I'll do it for you. Get out of my way.
I'm better at it faster.
Yeah.
I'm just going to do it. Like, gosh.
Yeah.
I understand that mentality.
Okay.
But it is just not the right one. If your restaurant, if you go on vacation.
Yep.
And your restaurant burns down or is thriving, that's coaching. That's coaching and developing right there.
Yeah.
Because if you're doing everything and you leave, what's your restaurant gonna look like when you get back?
Well, it happens. Things turn into a dumpster fire. Like I'm just gonna be, we've had it happen before in the past over the years, right? Like all of a sudden the GM is out for a week, like unexpectedly because they're sick, or maybe a couple weeks because of whatever, right? Family emergencies and all that kind of like those things happen. And I'm so happy and blessed like where our people can take off. Yeah. But it really becomes a showcase of your leadership skills, good or bad though.
Yeah.
And I'm telling you, like the bad ones, like they can really go into a dumpster fire really quickly. And it's like, I need support. We need this. We need this. We need this. And it's like, oh, you do it all.
Yeah.
Right?
Gosh, that part just doesn't sound as fun to me.
Yeah.
Like I just got done telling you how fun it is to be a coach. and honestly, like doing everything, like that's just a lot. Yeah. As one person, you're going to get burnt out so quick.
Yeah.
If that's the way that you lead, like it's just not sustainable.
And this isn't even for just GMs. I'm going to tell you, Riley, like it's not just about GM leadership, because let's say that you're the most consistent, or you do dinners, 5 nights out of the week. You do breakfast 5 mornings out of the week. You do overnights, 4 nights out of the 7 or whatever that might be. And as soon as you take that person out, do you ever hear them say, we're like, well, if I'm gone, it will fall apart? Or comments like, I'm not paid to do everything. Well, it's true. I don't pay you to do everything. So why are you doing everything? Yeah.
Wouldn't you want to find a solution to that? So you don't have to do everything?
Yeah. And I think that's where it's like, how do we truly figure out the things that we can coach to?
Well, and I think part of it, again, if you're doing everything as a shift leader, as a AGM, as a GM, you have to find the way to offload some of that so you can coach people and develop people. Because if you're doing everything, nobody else is growing. So that's when those issues come up.
Yeah.
So I think there is a time when you can step in as a leader, and it's something you have to define, within yourself, and you'll see it. If you have a shift manager who's running shift and they're struggling, let's say, and you let them struggle, when is that cutoff point? Like that safety zone where it's like, okay, now I'm going to step in and make this a coaching moment because that's where people learn.
Yeah.
And to me, I'm thinking in this shift running example, like just when things get so chaotic and you can just visualize the 2-3 things that you need to do to fix it.
Yeah.
Then obviously I would share that with them. But here's where I would maybe switch it up a little bit. Instead of just taking over, hey, let's take a beat.
Yep.
What do you think we should do right now? Clearly it's not going well.
Yep.
And if they say, oh no, it's going well, that's a different conversation.
Yeah.
But be like, I don't know, I might do this. Okay, cool, let's do that.
Yeah.
And then reevaluate. And if again maybe they are still struggling, then it's like, okay, here's what I would do. We'd do this. Boom. Now we're running like fire.
Yeah. Here's where I think sometimes we go wrong though too, right? Like going into the coaching, right? Going into, let's say it is the shift running, right? You're going and saying, okay, I have a new shift manager or a seasoned shift manager. Hey, today I'm going to observe your shift, right? I'm going to let you take full control. I'm going to be hands off, and then almost set the safety net with them, right?
Yeah.
Hey, when you look at me and you like nod your head or wink, blink twice if you're in danger, right? Like, how do you set some of those pre what do you call them? Like,
well, I'd say like a I don't know, like a threshold of some kind.
Yeah,
like
right?
A safety threshold.
All right. So yes, let's do that, right? You have these pre-designed factors to say, okay, Riley, if you blink twice at me, I know you want me to step in. But then we'll coach to that conversation. We'll coach to the situation after, right? I'll get you out of the danger, right? I'll get you from falling. I'll pick you back up. You'll take back over, right? But let's have some of those predetermined factors.
I agree. And I think that's a great method of coaching because we want them to fall because that's how they learn.
Yep.
But we don't want them to land on their face.
Yeah. You don't want them to fail.
Right.
Falling's okay.
And
according to Simon Sinek, right? Failure the word failure should only be used in catastrophic situations, right? So
it does sound so.
It does.
Failure.
Yeah. So your team will fall a little bit.
Yeah.
And I think you have to be okay with, and they have to be okay with knowing that they will fall and knowing that you're okay where if they do fall, you're going to help pick them back up instead of just stomping on them, right? You're terrible. This is awful. We'll never do this again. Because I think sometimes, and I know in the past, if I've been running shifts and somebody took over for me, Riley, it makes me feel like I did fail. So I think...
Yeah, if somebody just, no conversation, then they just cut in and take over.
Yep. Hey, I'm going to take over. Let me,
Yeah, that's... Ouch.
It does hurt. And it does feel like that failure.
Yeah.
So I think from a coaching conversation, right, from what we're looking at, right, like versus coaching versus fixing, I think it's just two big differences that sometimes we just take that for granted. So having, I think, those conversations, continuously knowing that, hey, I am here to coach you, I'm here to help you with those scenarios, only makes it easier.
Absolutely have that conversation beforehand too, because that just tells them that they're allowed to fumble their way through, especially if they're learning, right?
Yeah.
Where if it's a seasoned shift leader,
you
might be just coaching to a couple little things, right? But you're still there to support.
We've talked a lot lately about different coaching procedures and things like that. And I think sometimes we just don't know what the expectations are. We just maybe don't know exactly what our leader's looking for. So those coaching conversations have to be a little bit more meticulous. And I think as we dive into the McDonald's world of this is show it, right? Show the person the expectations. So did you run a shift with them? Did you show them how to make the eggs so they're not green? Did you show them
internal verification?
Thank you. Internal verifications, right? Like, hey, here's what we're coaching on. Here's what we're looking at. Here's exactly what this is going to show, and here's what success looks like. I think we've done a really good job as an organization to set the goals and show what success looks like. But now it's a matter of how do we coach people to help them see and know that they can achieve.
They can get it too. Yeah, absolutely. And the fixing mindset is just going to stunt the growth of your team. And again, we're not just talking top, we're talking every level. Like if you have a crew trainer who always takes over for a crew person, that crew person's never going to get better. So, and I like what you said earlier about the conversation, because it sets it up and takes away some of that anxiety or some of that like, hey, Eric, I get it. You're running shift for the first time, second time, whatever. Like, but I'm here. I'm standing right here. I like to blink twice if you're in danger, because now I know whether I make a mistake or not, you're observing me and you're watching me, and we'll have a good conversation after. Because coaching also needs to happen timely, but there's a time for it.
Yeah.
If things are on fire, not going well,
right?
Let's bring it in for a little bit before we.
And I think too, right? It's a reflection, because the whole team knows, right? If you're running shift for the first time and I take over, they all know, right? So how do you have better conversations? I think around that. Do you ever have in the restaurants, you'll have crew where they'll look at other people like, well, they're lazy, they don't work, they don't do anything. But like, what did we do to coach them? What did we do to show them? We just want to assume sometimes that they're lazy, and we use that word relatively, right? When really, did we set the boundaries? Did we show them? Did we coach them? Did we talk to them, right? And instead, sometimes we look at them as that failure, right? Or that person who's fallen, that like,
we're just not helping up.
We're just not going to help.
Yeah.
But we're a team.
Yeah.
And
absolutely.
it's really frustrating when we take over and we do, rather than helping and holding others accountable as well. So I think just we can be better coaches, and we can be more aligned coaches, and we can give people a little bit more grace, because let's face it, it might take me 17 times of you showing me how to make eggs, but you might learn it in the first go, right?
For sure.
It's just different.
People learn different and at their own pace, and we as leaders have to take that into account. Yep. Not everybody's going to learn it like that. Also, even people who have been here for 10 years, refresh their knowledge on procedures. They might know, but maybe they don't. Maybe something changed and it wasn't communicated. So let's all go through the training again type conversation.
Yeah. And I think as we're looking at coaching, right, it's having the conversations with our people and saying, okay, what do you want to get better at this week? Where would you like to improve? And if they say, I don't know, then I think that just opens the door to say, okay, well, let's think of some options, right? Let's have a conversation around it. Do you know, or do you want to get refreshed on how to make round eggs? And I'm just using that as an example because weeks ago, right, we as a leadership team literally watched the how to make eggs video. And, I think almost everybody learned that the egg yolk breaker, right, you have to pinch it first, put it in the yolk, release, and then you're good, right? Like I swear, 93% of our people learned that.
There was definitely some eyes where it's like, ooh.
Well, and I'm going to tell you, like, I knew it, but when I watched the video, I'm like, oh yeah, I did know that, but it's been probably a minute.
My gosh, same.
Yeah,
same.
Okay.
I had that happen too recently, and it was so funny because I kind of doubted myself for just a second. Yeah. And I'd been doing some of these procedures. You learn them. Some of them don't change. Some are tweaked, right? Yeah. Yep. And so we were talking in a class once, and they were like, "Oh, you shake the fries in the oil."
Oh, sure.
Instead of out of the oil.
Yeah.
And in my head, I'm like,
sounds wrong, right?
No, it's out of the oil. And they're like, no, it's in the oil. I'm like, is it in the oil? and so then literally during that class, we pulled out Fred, the training stuff. And we said,
hold on. You do lift it though, right?
Yes, you do.
Oh, see, I knew it. Yeah.
You got it.
All right.
But just in that class, it was split. Half the room was like,
oh, that's awesome.
We're doing in the oil. And half was like out of the oil. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
So that just shows that we have to keep You have to keep it consistent too.
It's that whole telephone game, man. Like especially with procedures and especially in McDonald's, like we have to continuously pull out the actual resources, right?
I was just gonna say they make it so easy.
They do.
And it's getting even easier with HU Online. So if you're a part of the team, gosh, log into HU Online and start looking at that stuff because it's
right.
It's great. It's a great
the 1-2 minute clips on just about everything, and it's so much fun and it's so easy. And I think it just makes us more effective coaches, right? When you can show them, you don't have to do for them. And I think that's ultimately the key of what we're looking at in this conversation, right? Is how do we become better coaches than just looking to be fixers?
Yeah,
right.
Don't be a fixer.
It's easy to fix. It's harder to coach.
Yep.
So,
but it's a muscle that you can strengthen, and then all of a sudden now your team is coached up, ready to go.
Yep.
And coaching doesn't stop. You're always looking for stuff to do. And I think what's super cool is when you have your coaches are coaching and, because we're all coaches, right? Shift leaders, everybody. When somebody does something right, like publicly shout that out. Like when you see somebody do eggs the right way, like, heck yes. Look at Chris. He just did some awesome eggs.
Right.
And then get the whole team involved. Like, Chris, can you show us how to make eggs?
Yeah.
Gosh, you know how much trust and respect you're going to gain and just team buy-in that you're going to get by doing that?
Yep.
So much.
It's just, I don't know, maybe it's the endorphins, but it feels so much better to find the things that are going right than to focus on everything that's always, it's always wrong. This always, come on.
It's total side
Come
note.
on.
We never do commendations either.
Yeah.
We have some awesome people on our team who do a fantastic job.
Yep. If
Let's
only.
tell them.
Yep.
I did some the other day.
Yeah? You did a commendation?
Yeah.
Oh, well, I didn't get one in my inbox.
I'll send you one later.
Whatever. That's fine. No, thank you. Thank you for having us.
Yes.
Thank you for thank you for listening, everybody. I really do. It's easy to fix, but it's harder to coach. But we need more coaches.
Yes. Yeah. So always coach, always look for those opportunities and make your team stronger so you don't have to fix everything all the time.
Yeah. People want to do their job well. The majority of people and the majority of people in our organization, especially as we redefine and we support and we have more empowered and developed people, like the more they know, the more they want to know. So let's help them know.
That's how I am.
Yeah.
I'm reading some books. I'm like, I want more. I want more.
Yeah. It's the same thing for all of our team members. We want to know how to make Canadian bacon and eggs and put food in a bag and do the stuff right. So why not take the time to show and coach? So
absolutely. Thanks, Eric.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. Thanks for listening. We'll see you next time.
Listen, learn, and lead. Do it.
Listen, learn, lead.
Thanks for joining us on Buns, Burgers, and Big Ideas. We hope today's episode inspired fresh ideas for your leadership journey. Be sure to subscribe so you never miss an episode, and keep learning with us as we continue to explore leadership in the QSR world. Until next time, take care and lead well.